Hey everybody, apologize if the splashing water is a little bit loud, but I've got the tripod sitting right next to my garden tank. Just got in this evening. It's already almost 8:30, so we are going to do a feeding video while I go around the room and get all the other tanks fed. We're going to look at my native tank being fed here, and I'm not really sure what I want to put in there for food tonight. We're going to start with something on the surface just to get the fish excited and swimming around. I guess we'll start with some regular old flake food. We'll put it over here on the right hand side, and they all get frenzied for this down at this end. I'll throw some algae wafers down the other end for the crayfish and the bottom dwelling fish to get a hold of. I usually put anywhere from 6 to 9 algae wafers in this tank every day. Some of them I break up into smaller crumbles, and then some of them I leave whole, just so that the fish don't gobble them up on the way to the bottom, as many of them do. Well, the algae wafers are a big hit. The white suckerfish that you can actually see right in the center of the tank right now, they like them, and then of course the crayfish. If you notice on the far left hand side, I don't know how well they're coming out on camera, but you got a couple crayfish that are emerging from their hiding. I'm going to let the tank get on with that. Most of the frenzy-like activity is probably over with already. That happens pretty fast. But once I get the rest of the tanks around the room fed, we'll go ahead and get a closer look with the camera. I'll take it up off the tripod and we'll have a look at the crayfish in the tank a little bit. In the meantime, I've got to get everybody else fed as well. Just got back from fishing out at George's Creek, and it's the first time I've been out there since we've had all of this tremendous amount of rain we had over the last week. There's just been flooding all over the place, so today was my first day back out at George's Creek, and boy, it did have some water moving through there. It is so different looking now. 50, 60 feet away, back in the woods, you can see where sand, and gravel and stuff was deposited. All the brush and everything is laid over back in the woods where the water was literally just flowing through the woods down alongside the creek. It just must have just been would have been amazing to see it. Of course, there would have been no way to get back to see it, at least no way to safely get back there. There was some damage done around the base of the bridge. Some really, really big trees that had fallen down and been across the river for just years and years and years are just gone now. I don't even know where they are. They're probably floating around out in the reservoir somewhere. Got washed completely downstream. But it was a really, really impressive sight, seeing how much water moved through out there. A little bit of a fright. Looked in my 125, and there's a leaf from one of the Java ferns has sort of curled up and is floating on the surface, and the way it was lying there at first glance, it looked to me like a one of my small plecos, like one of my chocolate zebra plecos or something that died and was floating near the surface. Fortunately, that was not the case. Last but certainly not least, I've got to feed Butterbean and throw some snails in his tank for him. In fact, we can end the video by watching Butterbean eat. So let me pick you up here for a moment. And I'm just going to actually leave you right on the tripod. In fact, I'm not sure how to do this, so let me put you on pause for one moment here. He's never sure whether to look at me, the camera, or the food I just threw in the tank for him. Not sure what he's doing. I just threw 4 big snails in there and they're over to the left. He was actually checking them out when I started videoing again. See if I can't zoom in on him a little bit. You can still see that scratch on his forehead where he hit himself or he did something. I'm not sure what that scratch came from, but it doesn't look like it's going away. I have to start calling him Scarface. He is just the coolest looking little fish. I love being able to get the close-ups of him. I'm hoping he opens his mouth when he's facing the camera. We get to see his little teeth. He's got adorable little buck teeth in there. Two little teeth with a gap down the middle. I see one of those shrimp sneaking up in the background. Alright everybody, I'm going to go ahead and call that a video. I don't know why he's being so fussy and not really bothering with going over there to get his snails. But he doesn't seem to be. He seems preoccupied with me shooting a video here. So I'm going to get on with my evening. I got lots of stuff to do, as I said. So thanks for watching. Make sure you're subscribed. Don't forget, this one here is my Brackish tank. And then the first tank we started with, of course, was my native tank. So thanks again, and I'll see you real soon in the next one.